All right. Next thing to talk about, probably the last thing we'll talk about today, is D23 this week.
Mhm.
We've got guesses, apparently. I've heard a lot of creators talking about guesses of what's coming. I've heard some people I just don't think they understand how this works. I've seen some people in the world who are basically like, we're going to get information on everything is basically what they say. We're going to learn this
Sure.
cast. We're going to learn this villain. We're going to see footage from Avengers 6. They haven't even began filming Avengers 5. But that's how they feel because they just
Right.
want it. They want it. I
Mhm.
want it now, Kyle. I want it
Mhm.
now. Give it to me. Um what's your first big thought here? What do you think's the big let's go big. What do you think's the biggest thing we're going to hear from D23?
I feel like what fans are hoping for is that the big thing is going to be X-Men casting announcements or X-Men
Or
movie
Fantastic
announcement.
4?
I think Fantastic Four is just more likely. That was the route I was going to go with in terms of like what the biggest thing will be coming out. At least on the Marvel end of it. Um but I think a lot more fans are hoping like it's an X-Men thing, and I just don't quite see that happening. Maybe footage of like X-Men the animated series, that new one that they're doing. Like that could be what we hear coming out, but I don't think we're gonna be getting like casting announcements for it.
So, there's a couple movies they're filming, right? Aren't they filming a Thunderbolts movie right now that we don't know anything about?
I don't think they started the project, but the project has been announced. They just haven't filmed it yet. I don't even
Oh.
think there's a director for it yet.
Oh, well, I saw people saying we were going to get a trailer for Thunderbolts, so clearly they're not paying attention because I asked you because I knew you would know. And I didn't.
Yeah,
See, I
no,
still
that's
checking your
no.
resources, friends. Um,
I'm the
I think a fan-
resource.
I think a Fantastic Four cast makes the most sense. I don't think I don't think Marvel is gonna hit hard. They just hit
Hmm.
hard like a month ago at Comic-Con. Why are you hitting hard again? Why are we playing our hand twice? So I don't know. I think Marvel's going to give us some good stuff, but I don't think we're going to get as big of this insane reveal. They don't have a lot of movie spots open left in the next 2 years. I would rather not hear what those movies are and maybe hear it next year at D23 because I don't know. They might announce the rest of their movies, but I don't know. If I'm Marvel, I show us a little bit of footage of some stuff of whatever they've got. Like, what are they doing right now? Black Panther's coming up. I don't think we quite get another Black Panther trailer. I
I
think
wouldn't be shocked,
actually,
but I agree.
I think the heaviest. Whoa, my earpod fell out. I think a big heavy hitter we're gonna get is Avatar. I think if we get
Yes.
really anything, a full fledged Avatar trailer, because they have this in their back pocket. Anytime that trailer has showed up in any movie I've seen since it aired, people react in a positive way. I know that makes my brother squirm because he's not a fan, but people like Avatar. They do. They really do. The common goers really like Avatar. And
Mhm.
there's a reason it keeps getting re-released. There's a reason it's made the most money ever. And I think that's the biggest hitter at D23. And I think they want it to be because you've just played a big Marvel hand. You've kept yourself in the news with Marvel from that. What else are they going to show? What's the, maybe something from the Echo show we'll probably get. That's supposed to be up soon.
That is being filmed, so that's
Yeah, I think
possible.
Echo would make sense. What else are they doing though? What else is Marvel doing right now?
I mean, you said the Daredevil show. I don't think that started filming yet, but I wouldn't be shocked if
I didn't say anything
casting
about
announcements
Daredevil.
could.
Said Echo.
What did I say? I don't know what I said.
You,
What I meant to say was that I don't think Daredevil has started filming yet.
yeah.
Um, but casting announcements for Daredevil, maybe I don't know. Maybe they have Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio come out on stage. I don't know. That
Loki
could be a
season
thing.
2 is filming. I think maybe we see maybe we don't,
Yeah,
but I think they might show something from Loki. Isn't there somebody
this
didn't they
will all be in
cast
the
somebody
panel.
pretty
We're not
big?
gonna see.
No, yeah, we won't see much.
Yeah.
We'll just hear rumors. But
Hmm.
didn't they just add somebody big? Isn't there a rumor that they've added someone big to Loki season 2?
Oh, there was a rumor just recently that Henry Cavill might have a role in Loki season
That's
2.
right. I
Yeah.
wonder who he would play, and he's rumored to be a Reed Richards. Maybe they bring out Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill, let's take a little side note here. Henry Cavill is also being linked to Game of Thrones. There's rumors going around that not only Henry Cavill,
Alright.
but Elizabeth Olsen are in talks for big roles
Oh.
in season 2 of Hot D, House of the Dragon. And I just
Oh,
watched
cool.
the 3rd episode last night. The show I think is very good. Um, that would be cool. It'd be hard not to see Henry Cavill as Geralt, especially if he gets cast as a Targaryen because he'd have the same color hair,
I know what this
basically.
means,
But
yes.
for fans who do know, that would be cool. Anyway, if they go with Henry Cavill, they might reveal something there as who he's
Yeah.
gonna play. Do you think we get Guardians footage? They've been filming. Do you think maybe this is where they talk some Guardians? That's not till late next year, isn't it?
About May, I think, next year. I could double check that, but I wouldn't be shocked by it. I could see
We could
footage
get a
or the
teaser.
cast coming out. Yeah, at the very least, a
I could,
teaser. I don't know if they would show it after the panel, if it would go on YouTube, but they would
yeah,
show something, I would suspect. I think they might be
they
done
might.
filming. Yeah,
They might. And if they show us anything, the common folk, it might just be something that's like half the trailer's a teaser of everything we've seen so far. When they do that, like it'll be like over like Chris Pratt talking lines from all
mhm,
his other movies about family and friends and how how these guardians saved him, and then it'll show us like Gamora's grave or something, and then the other Gamora will still be there or something weird, and I don't know. It'll
right.
be something like that, probably legacy
Sure.
of them and how someone's gonna die, but that might happen. What else do you think? Do you have any? You hearing anything low to the ground? You got boots on the ground, I hear at Disney camp. So what uh what are you
When I
hearing?
sneak through their vents.
Kyle's Kyle's in there like John McClane, baby. Get
Well, to move
together,
away
have a few
from
laughs.
Marvel for just a minute, I wouldn't be
Star
shocked
Wars.
if Lucasfilm so close. I think there will be stuff shown for Indiana Jones 5. They've been filming this movie for a
Ooh.
while. It might be
Mm.
scheduled for next year, but I'm not sure. They're always pushing back the release date for this movie. And it's one of those movies where like I need to see something to know
They
it's
released a
real.
poster not long ago, didn't they? Didn't they put out a poster not that long ago?
Oh, it was just art, or not art, like a photo or something of Harrison Ford as like a silhouette on set.
Yeah, but that was
So
an official thing, though. I wonder
yeah,
if
it was
that.
official
Mm. Mhm. Mhm. This says
and
hits June of next year is when it comes
I've been
out.
watching Indiana Jones recently, so I'm getting a little bit more
S-
excited thinking that
Speaking
he's
of
coming back.
Spielberg in his prime. Speaking of
Yeah,
Spielberg in
and
his
whew.
prime. And who's directing this again? It's somebody we like. The Logan guy, isn't it?
Oh man, why am I spacing on his name now? Yeah, he did Ford versus Ferrari, Logan. Oh,
He's
this is dumb. I
great.
should know his
He's
name off the top of
great.
my
Ford
head.
versus Ferrari is awesome. I would even say underrated because I don't think people think about it and how good that movie really is. And Logan obviously is one of the best comic book movies of all time.
For
Uh,
sure. Yeah, this is the worst part about being on podcasts like this is that you do remember everything because you're a fan of this stuff, and then you just have a massive brain fart when all the listeners are like, "It's obviously James
I think you're
Mangold."
right. Indiana
It is
Jones
James
5 would
Mangold.
make a
Yeah,
lot of James Mangold. I think Indiana Jones 5 is an avatar. There you go. Cuz if I'm Disney, I don't want Marvel to I mean you do want Marvel to stay in the news, but they just did that. They owned Comic-Con. Hit us with
without even
something
trying.
else. Avatar, Indiana Jones 5. That would be big. That would be big. I think that's a great call. I think first
Yeah,
footage, that might be something the public gets to see too, a first little teaser, and that's going to be a legacy thing. Absolutely. Like it'll be like the hat
for
blowing
sure.
in the wind, like at the end of Crystal Skull, but no Shia LaBeoufs.
No, not
Shia, hey, I'm proud of you, Shia. 600 days sober, or something like that. Hey, good on you, Shia. Keep it up.
He had an interesting
Interview.
interview with John Bernthal on his podcast.
Yeah, I talked about that last podcast for us on the Real
Yeah,
Ones
I finally
podcast.
listened to it, and it was Yeah, it was just
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
What
going
else do
back
you think?
to
D23.
going back to Marvel, did I say we talked a little bit about Thunderbolts. Nothing has been announced for it, but maybe the lineup because there's just only rumblings of like what villains are in the Thunderbolts lineup. So
Yeah.
maybe it could be that.
I wonder if they put Moon Knight in there. Wasn't there a rumor Moon Knight was going to be in something? I saw Moon Knight is rumored to be in Captain America 4. That's what I heard.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Captain America
the
New
only
World Order,
huh?
baby.
I don't really know how the two connect exactly, but that would be quite a pairing. I know there was a rumor, or at least Oscar Isaac was like saying there was a season two, like they were doing location scouting or something.
They
Um,
were on a boat. Yeah, I saw the TikTok.
yeah,
It
so
was
I
the
don't know
director's
if.
daughter made a TikTok about it. It was him and the director with the director's family, and she
Oh,
said something
really?
like Moon Knight season 2, and he was like, "Mm-hmm."
Hmm. Weird.
Quick side
I mean,
note, which this says no, you go, you go, you go.
okay. Real quick, I was just gonna say it's just weird what's going on with Moon Knight. Because like clearly the director and other people are like, oh yeah, we have a season two, but nothing's been happening from Marvel, unless if they're just waiting until D23 maybe and then they announce it. But
Maybe.
um,
That's
I don't
probably
know.
some
I
big
just,
stuff too. Season 2s of some shows that we haven't heard is probably something that's on the docket.
I mean, Miss
And
Marvel could be
maybe
one of them. Yeah,
yeah. I
which I would
wonder
love.
too if they're gonna they might do something too along the lines of just giving us information of where these new people are going. Not necessarily a Hawkeye season 2, but where will Kate Bishop be seen next? Where will this
Mm,
actor or actress be seen next?
sure.
Might be the biggest thing. Are you watching She-Hulk?
No, not right now because I am so annoyed with all of the idiot, sexist losers on the internet, like being annoying about the show that it just has made me lose interest completely. So I'm just gonna wait until it's all died down for me to watch it.
Wow. Have you
Yeah,
seen the post-credit scene though that was trending all over places that was making people mad?
the Megan the Stallion one. Yeah, I saw that one.
Where they're twerking? You know,
Yeah,
I was talking about that with some people, and they were like, "It's a post-credit scene." Like, I get
yeah,
that we are now accustomed to those being canon and teasing things, but it's like, it's just them having some fun. I'm watching it. I think the show is actually okay. The CGI at times looks horrific. Sometimes looks
yeah.
very good. There are scenes where she looks ripped as all get out. I know some people are mad she doesn't look ripped all the time, but there are scenes where it's like, oh my gosh, like
Hmm.
she's ripped.
Okay,
Um, I think Tatiana's done a good job. I haven't finished this
good.
most recent episode with the after credit scene because I've just been busy. A lot of shows are dropping. Gonna try to watch the Lord of the Rings show. You gonna watch that at all? I know you and I are both not the biggest Lord of the Ring nuts. Uh, but are you
Yeah.
gonna watch the show?
No, I wasn't really
Wow,
planning on to begin
wow,
with.
you
Um,
hate
but
people.
it's also the same thing. Like there's so many people on online who are also yelling of like, why are there black dwarves in this show? Who cares? It's make believe. It's fine. Let
House of
anyone
Dragons getting
play
hit
any
with that
role.
too.
It's
House of
so
Dragons getting hit
annoying,
with that
dude.
because
It's
they
so
they have
annoying. Like I have no enthusiasm to watch any of this because of it.
in House
It's
of
so
Dragon,
sad.
there's a whole family that is African American and black. And in the books, I don't think they're alluded to as that in this side story book. And they changed it to being that way. And that main actor who's playing kind of the head, who's getting a spin-off show as well. He is.
Mm,
He said
cool.
they just don't like seeing a black man in a role that they wanted to see themselves in. And I'm completely on his side. Like there are people that are doing that, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like he's awesome in the role. He's awesome. This most latest episode, he does some cool stuff. I was in. He's great. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
He has to have this bright because the family has this bright silver hair. He looks just like he's a badass. He's awesome. He's awesome. Anyway, yeah, that's fair on She-Hulk. What else do you think we're gonna get from D23? What have you heard with your boots on the ground?
Oh, I really I haven't been hearing anything. I have no idea what's gonna be coming out. Um, I assume when it comes to it being Disney, they're gonna be announcing like Disney Plus shows, like what new animated projects they have going on, what new like High School Musical series, how many more seasons that's gonna
Yeah.
come up.
Pixar's
Um,
probably gonna drop something good. The next big Pixar movie.
yeah, maybe new
We'll
Pixar
probably get
movies.
some
Same
news.
with Disney Animation. We could be seeing that. I haven't heard like what the new stuff could be. Nothing
Low
from the
key,
outlets are saying what they are. So I don't know.
Pixar sneaks under the radar for me a lot. Like I tend to not hear much, and then there's boom trailer of Soul, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. Like I low key
Mm,
love that Pixar does that. Um, but all right, then let's move to Lucasfilm, the other big hitter here. I think Lucasfilm is not gonna come out swinging because I don't think they know what the frick frack they're doing. uh,
interesting.
there's a lot of things that are not going down. I don't think we're gonna get much on John Watts. They might bring out what's his face? Who's Dumbledore? Why can't I think of Dumbledore right now? Young
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Oh, Jude Law.
Jude Law, thank you. Maybe they bring him out because he's cast. But like, what's on the docket? You moved Patty Jenkins. The biggest thing we'll get is
Hmm.
Andor. Andor's at the end of the month. We're getting Andor
Yeah.
soon. We might get a final trailer for Andor. I'm getting very hyped for Andor. Some of the things Diego Luna has said about it is awesome. Awesome. He's talking about how dark and gritty it is. He's like, there's no connections. He's like, this is not the show for you if you're hoping to see a Jedi appear. There will be none of that. There's not going to
Oh,
be a
Easter
connection to
eggs.
legacy characters. It's going to be
Gotcha.
dirty and grounded. It's a longer show. I heard some. I thought it was 16 episodes, something like that, for the first
Oh.
season. I'm in on that. I think the biggest thing, if we get anything from D23, might be a trailer about this bad boy and Lucasfilm Games and how they're going to be coming out with Fallen Order 2.
Oh.
I think is
Yeah,
the
that
big
could be
thing we'll
something.
get. I think Fallen Order is the best Star Wars story Lucasfilm has told since Disney bought it. It is incredible.
Wow.
It is an awesome game. If they announce something like that, we look. We might. They're filming Ahsoka. We'll probably get some. At least the people there will get to see something Ahsoka, most likely. They might bring out the cast who's going to be playing Ezra and Sabine and all these characters we know from
Oh, I
Rebels.
forgot
We'll
about that.
probably get something like that. But I think Lucasfilm has been in a weird place since Rise of Skywalker. I don't think they've come out with these massive, incredible things. I think Obi-Wan was really good. I really liked the Obi-Wan show. It had some of the best Star Wars moments, I think, ever. We might get an Obi-Wan season 2 announcement, but I wouldn't hold your breath on it. I think
Sure.
I just Star Wars doesn't feel the way it has been for a lot of people since The Last Jedi. For some people, I think for most people, I think it's been since Rise of Skywalker came out because people didn't love some of the things we've gotten since. We might get Mandalorian. A lot of these shows, like, cool. But you know what would really, really put Star Wars back in over the top? Is a trailer for a new incredible movie that's something different and unique in the universe. A big budget movie that's going to play in theaters. That is what's going to get fans to really rally back behind you. TV shows are too nitpicky. Game of Thrones made TV too nitpicky, where fans pick apart everything of a show because they have, instead of a week to sit and theorize, we now sit for a week waiting for the next episode complaining and nitpicking it, and it wasn't what we wanted. I wanted them to fight from the first episode. Why didn't they fight? Why didn't he use his
Deliver our
lightsaber the way I wanted him to? I could write things better than this. I write fan fiction for a living. Blah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Anyway, that's where
I
the
have
fandom is gone.
I agree.